Something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. bound only by frozen memories. Lost in time, racing on these broken dreams tonight.
Hey everybody at PAX East, welcome back to the PAX Arena. If you haven't found a seat yet, I recommend that you do right now because we are about to kick off a showcase of the NBA 2K League. These are professional NBA 2K players who have just been drafted to play in this professional league, and they are going to be showing off their skills for you here today in a little bit of a showcase where we're going to mix them and match them and pit them against each other for your entertainment. So please help me welcome to the stage our 10 players here for you today. First up, we've got Tiffy World, Nudini 33, Drake Griffin, Yeah Compete, The Playa, Mellow East, I Feast, Detoxies, Hotshot, and King Peroxide. These players are going to be playing all the 3 matches on this stage. We're going to be shifting around who you see on what team. And taking us through the action, we have 2 incredible casters. Guys, take it away.
Rachel, thank you so much, and it should be a very fun one today here from the PAX East in Boston, Massachusetts. We're surrounded by gamers pretty much everywhere, a lot of personalities, a lot of different gaming styles, but you're here for one reason and one reason only, and that is the NBA 2K League. It's the draft clash. He's Calvin Winbush. I'm No Eagle. Calvin, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be incredible. I actually got to travel with these guys as they were going around the country, and it's been amazing to see their journey and just all of the personal things that they've been able to do.
Absolutely, and here's what we're going to say is the draft was on Wednesday for all these guys, and the 10 that are here today were drafted in that draft. 3 first-round picks are going to be on the showcase today, and it's going to be a lot of fun. As I mentioned, you said you traveled with them. The mood is excitement. It's excitement from all of them, and they are ready to go.
They are. They actually even got to go to one of the barbershops in New York City where actual NBA players get their hair cut, and they got the same seats and got their hair cut in the same spot.
Did you get the beard trimmed as well?
I actually did. I got the beard trimmed up a little bit. It was awesome.
Well, it looks good.
Thank you.
It looks very good. We do have a nice point guard battle for you today. Both point guards from the same place, Mount Vernon, New York. It's going to be Yeah I Compete and Drake Griffin. And you know what? A little friendly rivalry. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, yeah, no, it's awesome. They actually went to the same high school, but they didn't even know each other personally. So one of their friends who knew each of them, they actually put them in contact with each other. They started playing from there. The friendship just became solid.
First year of the NBA 2K League. They unboxed their new uniforms the other day. Jordan, they had Jordan new shoes as well as a little jumpsuit action. You saw them unbox it, right? They're looking fresh.
No, the Jordans, they were very much a surprise. None of the players knew that they were going to get them. We were on the bus on the way here, actually, and they stopped over. And it was just an amazing thing. We're extremely excited. I mean, you could see it in their faces. Like, just imagine somebody giving you a fresh box of Jordans.
I mean,
it was amazing.
Nothing better than that, right?
Oh, yeah,
you look good, you play good, and they certainly are going to do that today. Rachel, we'll go back to you on stage.
Thank you so much. We're just posing for photos over here. These guys are already super famous, but we're going to make you a little more famous. We're going to have you playing here on the PAX Arena stage. Yeah, Compete. You guys go way back. Tell me a little bit about Drake Griffin here in the younger years.
Man, he's come a long way. We actually met back in high school, and we've been playing together for over 10 years. So just seeing him adapt and become a first-round pick, it means a lot to me.
Dude, and Drake Griffin, I mean, you guys go way back. Now you're on opposing teams. Drake, you're playing for Bucks Gaming, and Yeah Compete, you're playing for Jazz Gaming. What is it like to grow up together, to play together for so long, and now have to face off against each other?
It's a dream come true. I always want to play against my brother. We always playing with each other. So it's something that I'm looking forward to.
And when you started playing NBA 2K, did you ever expect that it was going to be a professional league that was going to draft teams and put $1 million up for a prize pool?
No, I didn't. This is the craziest. I couldn't think of a million worlds. It was just crazy.
Well, now the opportunity is here. You guys are both involved. There is so far to go. What's been the biggest surprise of the experience so far?
Man, just the turnout. Like, everyone's in love with the game. People can't wait for the league. The NBA's behind us, full support. So we really feel like family now, and we just can't wait to show out.
I cannot wait to see you guys play either. So yeah, Compete, Drake Griffin. I'm going to let you guys take your seats. And in just a second, we're going to talk to 2 more players. We have Tiffy World and Nudini 3. Both of these guys playing the role of shooting guard for their team. And if Tiffy looks a little familiar to y'all, you're probably Twitch viewers. I have to assume if you're here at PAX. So Tiffy, tell us a little bit about all the different ways that you participate in the gaming scene.
Well, it's a blessing to be here, and I'm very excited, and I can't wait to compete.
You can't wait to compete. Have you played against any of these guys before?
No. I got one of the PS4 family here, mostly majority of the guys Xbox.
How about you? Have you played against any of these players before?
Yeah, I've been playing against some of them for years in team-up leagues and Pro-Am because I'm from the Xbox side, and most of the guys up here are Xbox, so we've been battling for years.
Well, tell me a little bit about where Nudini comes from. What are we going to see on the court? A little magic?
Yeah, I got the name because I can shoot the ball insanely well, so I'm going to try to bring that to the 76ers gaming.
I love to hear it. I love to hear it. Now, we talked a little bit with the players before about your amazing uniforms that they put together for you guys. Can you give me a little outfit tour? What's going on here?
Yeah, well, I got the Jordans on. Shout out to 2K. Shout out to Jumpman 23. And I'm very excited for the gear. Can't beat free gear.
Are you happy with your outfit?
Yeah, shout out to 2K and Jordan for the outfit. I got obviously different shoes than everybody else, but I love them.
Hey, those are your shoes. You're going to rock them. They're going to make you stand out as you play on the stage here today. Everybody watching is excited for the competition, so I'm going to let you guys take your seats. And I'm going to let you guys know that what you see here today is an exhibition. All these players are playing for your entertainment, so please make them feel welcome, make them feel supported here on the stage, and give a hand for our casters as well, guys. I'm giving it back to you.
Thanks so much, Rachel. And we heard from both Tiffy World and Nudini 3. You know what? Both of them seem like they're ready to go today, excited about the Jordan gear. And, how could you not be? It really looks fresh on them. Jordan hooking it up.
Oh, yeah. No, it's amazing. None of them were expecting that at all and everything. I actually got a pair myself, and I was extremely excited about it.
What about me?
Now, you might have one, man.
Yeah, I guess we're going to have to just wait and find out. Nudini 33, you know, what's special about him, he liked to play in that stress-free, easy environment, and you could really tell just by Rachel talking to him there.
Oh, no, exactly. During this whole competition when I've been with the players, he's just been one of the most chill players of all time. It's been amazing. Like, he doesn't seem to have any pressure or stress on him, which is going to be very helpful, of course, with this stage right here.
Absolutely. And you know what? They said you can't beat free gear.
You can't.
I'd say the only thing that might beat that is a W today.
Oh, yeah.
Really showing out for everyone at home. And one person who does that is Tiffy World. Over 100,000 subscribers and followers on Twitch.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a well-known name in the gamer community, and he's here for good measure.
Oh, yeah. No, Tiffy World, clearly has an awesome following, and he takes great advantage of online streaming. So hopefully some of the people that see him online get to see him in person here today.
All right, let's go through some of the other players. Hot Shot at the center position, averages 30.1 points per game and 17 rebounds in the NBA 2K Combine. He's a triple threat at center. He consistently watches film to improve his game. He was a first-round pick, and rightfully so with those numbers.
Oh, no, it's incredible. And also, like, he got to go to Miami, where he's actually from and was born in, so that was just an amazing thing right there. But, yeah, no, he's actually really good, like a 70% field goal percentage. Like, that's just, I mean, it's
impressive
incredible
stuff, absolutely, especially at the center position. As you mentioned, he went to his hometown team. And we look at Team Red right now. King Peroxide, I Feast, Mellow East. Yeah, I Compete, and Nudini all on the same side. It's going to be red versus blue. We're not wearing red or blue because we're right down the middle.
Right down the middle.
We want all these guys to compete and have a good time today, which we know they will.
Oh, yeah.
Very skilled 2K players, some of the best in the entire world, which is why they were drafted on Wednesday. Game's just about to start here from PAX East in Boston, Massachusetts, and we are underway with the NBA 2K League Draft Clash. Off the mark air, and Detoxes comes off with the rebound. Tiffy World and the playa, the blue team, on offense to start the game. 6-minute quarters, 4 of them. We'll have 3 games in this NBA 2K showcase as Yeah, I Compete goes in the lane and gets rejected. Nudini on the transition opportunity. Stripped away from the red team. Here comes the blue team. Yeah, I Compete. Elevation upstairs, 2-0 blue.
Nice. Now, it's interesting to see that some of these players have never played each other, and then some absolutely have.
How can Red respond to that early spurt and good defense from Blue? Mellow East, mid-range pull-up, in and out. And the blue team back in action with King Peroxide.
Yeah, Compete has the ball. Gotta stick to Detoxy.
Inside Peroxide, nice kick out to the playa, but rejected on the inside. Neither team really able to get into an offensive flow early on as Red comes in transition, but stopped quickly by the blue team. Mid-range pull-up is good. Yes. Red ties it up at 2. Yeah, I Compete. First round pick to Jazz Gaming. Grew up in Mount Vernon, New York. We talked to him before the game. As he grew up with Drake Griffin. Blue misses on the interior, but King Peroxide cleans up his own miss. Fresh 24 for the blue team. Long shot from Oh Yeah, I Compete. No good, and here comes Red. Quick trigger. In and out. Mellow East with the offensive board. So a reset for Red. Score tied at 2. Smooth boy inside for hot shot 305. The slam
right there. Yeah, Compete actually got his name because everybody would notice that whenever he played, he would just be so aggressive, even just for fun. And he was like, yeah, I compete, just to let everybody know.
Yeah, I Compete in Tiffy World on the same team at the point guard, shooting guard combo. Inside, Peroxide finishes and 1. Nice ball movement leads to the and 1 opportunity for Peroxide. And he goes to the line with an attempt to take the lead for his team. Converts on the and 1.
Good stuff.
And Blue back in front, 5-4. Inside slam, what a pass and what a finish by I Feast. Slow moving game start out and another defensive play. Hot Shot comes away with the ball and will bring it the other way. Hot Shot, the Miami Heat Czech Gaming, originally from Miami, going to his home team of the Heat as Red converts and extends the lead to 4. Here comes Yeah, I Compete.
Ooh.
Thought about using the screen. Had an opening for a second, but instead throws it away, so Red takes over with a chance to extend its lead to 6 or maybe 7, depending on shot selection.
Around this time, the players are starting to get used to each other, seeing the strengths and weaknesses of each other player.
Nudini forcing the issue inside, threw it away, and Blue will take over. Nudini, the 76ers' second-round pick, 3 first-round picks in this showcase, along with 2 second-round picks. Picks from each round as the playa goes up and slams hard with 2 hands. Brings it within 2, 9-7. Here at PAX East in Boston, Massachusetts, the NBA 2K League Draft Clash brought to you by Alienware. Team Red and Team Blue, 10 of the best 2K players in the world going head-to-head. It's a team randomizer as it goes inside for Hot Shot. Little pump fake, gets Peroxide up in the air, and he finishes. Red has seemed to be in a little bit more of an offensive flow early on in this first quarter. Only 2 minutes remain. Yeah, I Compete, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound to I Feast. Long pull-up jumper is long, and Peroxide comes down with the board. Here comes Blue in transition with numbers. Back to I Compete, in the corner. Back iron, no good. Great outlet pass. Nudini lays it in. Slick passing from Red makes it a 6-point game. Tiffy World pull up, no good. Peroxide got the board. Corner 3, again, Peroxide with another rebound. He averaged 13.2 in the combine, but an offensive foul goes the other way. Red basketball.
There we go, Red off to a quick start.
Let's see if they can finish the quarter strong. Extra feed. Mellow East had it knocked away for a second, regains control. 10 to shoot. Here's the shot in the mid-range, no good. And Peroxide, another board. He's been a beast on the glass early on. And Calvin, as you said, they're trying to get that footing early on.
Absolutely.
You were with them the last few days. Could you sense any nerves?
Nerves. They generally want to do well. That's the big thing. You know, they appreciate the actual competition on this big stage right here. But for the most part, the nerves are just like trying to make sure that they're doing the best. They all want to make sure that they're bringing the best to their team.
Blue trying to get back in this ball game with a quick 8-point deficit. Foul called on Nudini. The reach in towards the baseline will reset the shot clock at 14 for Team Blue. Down by 8. Here is, yeah, I compete. He's really held the ball quite often for Blue so far today. Shot clock down to 1. Tiffy World has to hurry. Did he get it off? He did, but it was no good. Great pass by Red, but what a steal by, oh yeah, I compete. Peroxide, extra feed, lay-in is good. 12.5 on the clock. Strong finish for Blue if they can get a stop here. Swing pass. Inside for 305, and he slams with the one hand. He's been tough to guard on the inside early on, and an 8-point lead is what Team Red will finish with after the first quarter. So we go right into the second quarter now. Calvin, what impressed you out of that first quarter?
Just really the offense of the red team. They were amazing, coming right off the back.
The player inside can't finish on the lay-in. Mellow East comes away with the board.
Mellow East actually said he got his name from, of course, Mellow Anthony and his favorite rapper, Dave East, who he's an incredible fan of.
Mellow East wants to use this opportunity to help the less fortunate. Third-round pick to Celtics Crossover Gaming. Played 40 games in the Combine and averaged 24.5 points per game, 5.3 assists, and 7 rebounds. Here's Yeah, I Compete. Draws the double. And a foul called. Tiffy World drew the contact, and Blue will take it out on the side. 14 to shoot, 5:09 to play in the second quarter. Shot clock down to 5. What a feed inside from Tiffy World.
Nice.
And Peroxide finishes.
Looks like they're starting to find their stride as a team.
Inside for Hot Shot 305, AKA just Hot Shot. And another bucket for Team Red. Hot Shot at the center position, played 75 games in the Combine, averaged more than 30 points. He's a triple threat at center. He can do a little bit of everything. Describes himself as dedicated to winning. Let's see if he can bring a W to his team. Less than 5 seconds to shoot for Team Blue. Feed inside, Peroxide finishes. Nice feed from Yeah, I Compete, and King Peroxide gets the job done. And Calvin, like I said, guys from every round that were selected in the draft on Wednesday, all 6, including the playa, who was a 6th-round pick to the Pacers. Something to prove if you're one of those later picks.
Oh, absolutely. The first thing people are going to say when they hear that you got drafted as a professional NBA 2K basketball player is like, oh, are you really good? Can you really perform on the main stage?
So far, we've seen some nice, sharp skills. Jumper from the mid-range, no good. But offensive rebound can't get the second chance opportunity. And here comes Team Blue with numbers. Little hesitation pull-up from Yeah, I Compete. That's pretty.
Nice.
Yeah, I Compete, showing why he's a first-round pick. Jazz Gaming was very happy with their selection at number 3 overall, taking the point guard from Mount Vernon, New York. Hot Shot with the screen, rolls towards the basket, gets the return feed. Extra pass for Mellow East is no good, but Smooth Boy with the finish. Smooth Boy 3513, AKA I Feast, is really feasting on the rim right there.
He is.
Team Blue down by 8. Could use a nice momentum boost here, and that's going to do it. King Peroxide is heating up.
Ooh.
I Feast, after that vicious dunk, thought about a nice long-range jumper, but instead passed out of it and threw it away. So Team Blue takes over down by 6. Remember, 4 6-minute quarters, 3 different exhibition games here from PAX East in Boston. Another little step-back pull-up. No good from Team Blue. Here comes Red in transition. Lay-in is good. Extends the lead back to 8. And Calvin, when you were in the barbershop with these guys just a few days ago, how excited were they to, 1, be in the same environment as true NBA players, and 2, just to get started with this whole process?
Oh, a lot of them couldn't believe it was happening. A lot of them were just like, oh, wow, this is, I can't believe that I'm really here. And it took them like just a little bit of time to adjust and say like, oh, wow, this is really happening. I'm actually in the league. I'm actually in this chair. I'm actually getting my hair cut. I'm actually going to be here in Boston.
Hot Shot continues his fast start as Drake Griffin fouls. And Blue takes it out from the side. Yeah, I compete. Has shown off some impressive dribble moves early on. How about the pass and the elevation through pixelation from the player? That was pretty. Drake Griffin comes back and drains a mid-range jumper. Lead balloons back to double digits. Drake Griffin dives for the ball. Great hustle, but it'll stay with Blue as he poked it out of bounds. Calvin, growing up, you were a big-time gamer. You could describe yourself as such. What about playing with someone from your hometown? If you were on this type of stage,
this is like,
and seeing someone that you know.
Yeah, this is literally what dreams are made of here. Because this is like, basically, at that point when they're playing in their hometown, they're thinking of moments like this. Like, oh yeah, what if we did this on a huge stage? They're actually living people's fantasy.
Peroxide thought about a shot, thought better. Less than 10 to shoot. Here's the playa. Just got up big time for a jam. Instead, this time goes into the body and finishes with contact. The playa scoring the last 4 for Team Blue, bringing his team within 8. Great passing from Team Red, eventually finds the hands of Hot Shot, and he finishes. First round pick, number 7 overall. We talked about it already, going to his hometown team of Miami. Huge Heat fan.
Yep.
Got to be a fan of Hassan Whiteside playing that center position for Heat Check Gaming. Inside, Peroxide answers. Great 2-for-1 opportunity taken from Team Blue. They'll get it back with about 8 seconds to play at the very least. This first half has been dominated by Team Red and continues.
Team Red's offense
as I Feast again is feasting. Tiffy World can hold for the last shot here, but instead goes inside and Peroxide the 2-handed finish.
Nice.
So instead, Team Red can extend the lead back to double digits heading into halftime. Here's Drake Griffin, inside, feed, I Feast, no good at the buzzer, and that's how this first half will end. 33-25, Team Red in front of Team Blue.
Yeah.
So a very back and forth first half between these two teams. Team Red is really who got out to that fast start, but Team Blue has really found its footing since.
Team Red is extremely cohesive. Let's see if Team Blue can catch up.
8-point game in the third quarter. Remember, this is just game 1 of 3.
Yep.
As I Feast hits another mid-range jumper, extends the lead back to 10. I Feast, the 3rd round pick from 76ers, believes he brings a high IQ to any team that he's going to be on. That team is going to be with Philadelphia. Now remember, after this, these players will get ready for preseason by training and going to different cities, training, getting ready for the big tournament, which will start later in a couple months or so in New York City. It'll last throughout the summer. Kick out, yeah, I compete, open for 3, and he buries it.
Nice.
Yeah, I Compete shot only 34% from 3 in the combine. He shoots really well in the mid-range, but drains the 3 right there to bring it within 7. Then commits the personal foul. You're watching the Draft Clash presented by Alienware, their first glimpse of the NBA 2K League. Draft was on Wednesday as, wow, what an attempt, and then what a cleanup by Hotshot. Feast went for the slam originally. Hotshot actually got it to go. Lead back to 9. Another foul. Another side out of bounds. 20 seconds on the clock. Here's Yeah, I Compete. Nearly threw it away, knocked out of bounds by Red, so it stays here. Peroxide on the inside, gets the roll. Peroxide has been a bright spot for Team Blue. He's been a nice presence inside and showed again why with that lay-in. Drake Griffin out to Feast, and he drains another mid-range jumper. Feast shot 77% in the combine. That was on 41 games. Averaged 22.4 points per game, but get this, did not attempt a three-pointer. Tiffy World on the inside. No good. Peroxide. Offensive board, no good on the cleanup, and Hotshot is going to play point center. Mello East from deep. Didn't quite look like Carmelo Anthony on that one as he misses out of bounds, and Blue takes over. Calvin, originally from Detroit.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite all-time Detroit Piston?
It's a hard one. I usually just default to Isaiah Thomas, to be honest, because even what he's done off court has been amazing.
Well, Drake Griffin, named after Blake Griffin and Drake the rapper.
Yeah.
Blake Griffin playing with the Pistons now as Team Red gets another bucket. I'm sure you're at least somewhat excited as a Detroit native about that.
Oh, you have to be. It brings a lot of attention to Detroit. It's an amazing thing. He's a good player. Happy about that. Hopefully he does really well.
Here's Tiffy World on the outside. The player who's been somewhat quiet in this contest gets it stripped, dives for it, but can't retain possession. Nudini takes over. Here is Drake Griffin, putting the moves on his counterpart. And an inside look, finished by Hotshot. How about that reverse jam? Lead all the way up to 13 for Team Red. The player given a lot of space, and he'll pull. Won't hit. Foul on Peroxide will go the other way. Team Red will take possession. The player in the combine only shot 31% from 3.
Wow.
Averaged 27.8 points and 9.6 rebounds from the small forward position. He's incredibly adaptable, reads the floor very well. Tiffy World gets bumped out of bounds, and Team Red will take possession. No foul called. So Drake Griffin and the red team with a 13-point lead, looking to add more. Hotshot is starting to heat up in this game as Feast with another baseline mid-range jumper. That's been unstoppable today. Lead all the way up to 15 points for Team Red. And here's another steal. Red had numbers for a second, lost them. What can Griffin do? Foul called. Reach in, third team foul. Third foul as well on Yeah, I Compete. Inside look, and Hotshot couldn't handle it. Blue will take over. So the offense has been there for Team Red, but Team Blue can't really seem to find any consistency in this first game of the showcase. Peroxide has been a bright spot, can't finish there, and rebounded by Hotshot. But threw it away, looking for Drake Griffin, who was bursting towards the rim. May have had a layup if he could have caught that outlet pass, but instead, Blue will take over, down by 15. All right, so you have about 8 minutes of game time left in this first of 3 games of the NBA 2K League Draft Clash. Still a little bit of time for Blue to get back into it, but right now, Nudini pulls for 3, would have made it an 18-point game. Blue is struggling to stay in the ball game. Tiffy World, and that's a big one. A 3 from Tiffy World brings it within 12.
Big shot from Tiffy World, who actually gets his name from his brother in memory of.
He said playing 2K helps him to kind of calm himself and clear his mind. What's not going to clear his mind? Hot shot dunking all over his team and extending the lead to 14. Yeah, I compete. First round selection in Wednesday's 2K draft. Extra feed, and what a finish off the glass. So yeah, I compete doing his part, but not quite enough so far. 12-point game and then a feed inside, and I feast. That's too easy. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. Yeah, I compete. That one no good. He's known for his mid-range prowess, but could not convert on that one. Here's I feast again. Contact and the foul.
Awesome.
What a finish from I feast, and he goes to the line to add one more. Free throw is good, makes it a 17-point ball game. And it seems like pretty much everyone on Team Red is red hot. Another steal. Here's Nudini in transition. Pulls up right wing three, got it. Team Red is on fire. Anyone who touches the ball, it turns to gold at that point. You see the little fires pretty much underneath all of their players. It's a nice feed by Yeah, I Compete. And an easy lay-in for Team Blue. Brings it within 20, an 18-point game. Here's hot shot. Oh, too strong on the inside.
That was a nasty dunk.
Hot shot says, get out of my way. What can Team Blue do? Really nothing right now. Drake Griffin the other way. Layup, no good, but a foul. No, rather goaltending, so count the bucket. A 22-point lead in the third quarter. A huge spurt to end this period. 59 points. Impressive stuff for 6-minute quarters. Feed to the corner, three on the way, no good, but a foul. That's going against Peroxide's the 5th team foul, so shots coming for Mellow East. First one is good. Anything that Team Red does right now has been pretty much perfect. 6 seconds to play. The player needs to hurry. Here comes, Yeah, I Compete inside Peroxide. Great job getting that in before the clock expired. 1.8 to play in the third quarter. Here's Team Red up by 21 points. Won't even get a shot off. Does not need it. A huge lead heading into the fourth quarter. 6 minutes on the clock, and not really sure there's anything Team Blue can do at this point.
Don't really know. I mean, if they're going to do anything, it's going to happen immediately.
As a gamer, you have to feel a little discouraged in the first game. First one of this showcase, and you're coming out and really struggling against Team Red. Team Red showing exactly why they were all drafted in Wednesday's first ever NBA 2K draft. Another steal. Drake Griffin has been very active with his hands defensively. Here's a pull-up three, no good. But when you're up by this many points, you can do that. Yeah. Tiffy World lays it in on the other end. Great transition offense from Team Blue. Chipping away, down by 22. But the way that Drake Griffin has played defensively on the perimeter has been really impressive so far today. He says he puts hours in order to better support his team when playing 2K, and it's showing off today. All these guys really do put in the work. Hours and hours of work, and you know what? If you do that with anything, you're going to be very good, but especially with this.
I absolutely asked several of the players, and when they're playing this thing, a lot of people don't understand. They take it as a job, like this 40 hours a week minimum.
Some of them are up to even 12 hours a day just playing NBA 2K to hone in on those skills and get to this point, and it's paid off. The NBA announced this league, and I'm sure that a lot of them, like Tiffy World, who says he does play it 12 hours every single day, which is how he got partnered on Twitch. He was grinding, and he said, as you said, Calvin, it's like his job. And when the NBA announced that they would be starting this 2K league, I can only imagine the excitement within some of these players. But so far, Team Red has been the ones that have been showing off most. Can Team Blue salvage somewhat of a comeback? Yeah, I Compete gets it started with a reverse lay-in. Just about 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth quarter. Team Red is not letting up. Hot shot on the inside. He's been a force down low, but gives it away. Here is Tiffy World. Extra feed, yeah, I compete. Not a three-point shooter, but drills that one. They'll call it a long two. So 65-45. Yeah, I compete has scored the last 4. Here's I Feast, and wow, he's been impressive on the mid-range.
Oh,
he's pretty much nailed every one of those. Tiffy World, long two, no good. A lot of coaches say that's the worst shot in basketball, but if it goes in, what does it matter? Right there, did not go in. As Nudini pulls from downtown and drains another one. Nudini came into this with the combine about 54% from three-point range. Put that in perspective, Kevin Durant this year is shooting 42% from 3.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty impressive, Calvin.
Extremely pro.
Especially considering that Nudini participated in 103 games. I don't know if I could imagine playing 103 games in a 3-week span.
Oh, yeah. No.
Could you sit down and do that?
Oh, no, that would be impossible. That's why these guys are pros.
That's why we sit here and they sit over there.
Absolutely.
Shot clock winding down. Forced up by Team Blue. Blocked away by Peroxide on the inside. He's had an all-around game. Inside the playa. Can't finish, but a foul. Mellow East called for the personal, so the playa gets 2 at the charity stripe.
One thing the players taught me is that actually the computer monitors that they use, they have to have specific ones because you can really tell the difference. Like it's a difference of 10 milliseconds between when they shoot, and it really makes a difference in their shooting percentage.
I can imagine just switching from area to area can be difficult, you know. Even switching from console to console, as you heard, only a few of them are used to one, and then the rest are used to some other ones. So most of them are the Xbox family, only a couple PlayStation families. You know, it's a big difference when you're playing from one to the other.
It really is.
I'm still used to the PlayStation 2. I don't know about you.
That was a classic one.
10 to shoot for Team Blue. And here comes Team Red in transition. Extra pass, and what a finish by I Feast. He's really shown his skills. I Feast, only a 3rd-round pick to 76ers. And like I said before, there's something to prove if you were one of those later-round picks, as Peroxide is called for the offensive foul. You know, if you were taken in the 6th round, you'd want to show why you should have been earlier. Oh,
absolutely. Some of the players were saying that the teams that they were drafted to are getting rated like C's and everything. They're like, no, we're going to see. Because at the end of the day, all it comes down to is how well the teams mess with each other after they got drafted.
Another big slam, and Team Red has extended this lead to 30 points late in the 4th quarter. Peroxide on the inside, and he gets the finish. Nice play from Team Blue. Just showcasing those skills again. I Feast rattles one in. He can't miss from the mid-range. And if it isn't broke, don't fix it. Another steal from Team Red.
Oh, wow.
Drake Griffin has been all over the floor on the defensive end. And here he is offensively.
Team Red is putting in some amazing work today.
Extra pass, hot shot from downtown. That's not really his forte as a center. But you know what? When you're up by 30 points, why not? He didn't even attempt a 3 in his 75 games at the Combine. And it didn't matter. He scored over 30 points and had 17 rebounds per game, which led him to be selected 7th overall by his hometown Heat. Great pass. Tiffy World finishes. 1 minute to play in this first exhibition. You're watching the NBA 2K League Draft Clash presented by Alienware. Team Red has really impressed in the first game as another inside jumper goes down for I Feast. He has feasted all game on Team Blue and has been really a crucial part of this 30-point lead. Foul with 44 seconds to play. Here's I Compete, extra pass, Peroxide. 2-man game between those two. Here's the playa from downtown, he drills it. 27-point game, and now Team Red can drain some clock if they so choose, but I have a feeling that they're not going to do that. They're here to showcase their skills.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Mellow East. He's been somewhat quiet for a team that's put up so many points. Goes inside and lays it in on cue. Shot clock off. Team Red cruising to a big-time victory in this first game. Defensive 3 seconds, so a free throw pending for Yeah, I Compete. Excellent shooter and drains it. Yeah, I Compete drains the technical. 12.7 to play in this first game. First of 3 exhibitions. The teams will be randomized after this, and they'll play 2 more. Feed inside. Peroxide gets hacked, and he'll go to the line for 2. Blue in the bonus regardless, with 6.4 seconds on the clock.
For many of them, this is their first time playing since they've been drafted.
Peroxide makes the first and drills the second one as well. So a 26-point lead and a steal. Yeah, I Compete, just trying to make it interesting. The player inside, and a foul called with 1.0 on the clock, exactly 1 second. So a little extra chance for some more points,
yeah.
Just a little,
why not?
You know, bragging rights. Scoring some more in this first showcase. He drains the first free throw, and the player, a second one coming, and it bounces in. The player, the small forward, gets 2 free throws to end the game, and that's how it will all end. A big win for Team Red in the first of 3 games. And the bragging rights so far with those 5 on Team Red. We saw a big-time showcase from them. The teams will be randomized, and then we'll see how it all goes from there.
Yep. No, so far it's been so good. Team Red came out with a passion. They had a lot to prove, and they actually put up some nice points.
We saw a huge game from a couple of players, and for more on that, we go to Rachel on the stage.
Thank you so much, guys. That is the casting stylings of none other than Noah and Calvin. You guys have a tough job ahead because you guys were all over the court. But blue team, oh man, that was a tough one. Walk me through what happened there.
You know, we got to get better next game. Unfortunately, I think one of our players lagged out in the beginning, so hopefully, you know, next game goes well.
It was a valiant effort trying to come back from that 30-point deficit. You guys almost made it. If you find yourself in that position again, anything you do differently?
Other team stuff, you know, just trying to compete.
I like it, I like it. Now, Mello, what were you doing mainly for your team here today? How is it playing on this stage here, trying to keep the team together, trying to keep everybody's head in the game, and to play your best?
Well, first off, I want to thank the man upstairs, and second of all, I want to thank everyone for coming out and watching. But it was unfortunate that the other team's player lagged out, and that's what really accelerated our lead. But hopefully, the next few games that we play won't end up like that. But for me, being a leader and helping my team, doing the little things like that, that's all it's about for me. And winning is fun.
Winning is good, and we're hoping everybody gets a chance to win here today. We're going to be mixing up the teams in just a little bit, so times can turn on you. Should you find your team down, find your team struggling, what are you going to bring to the table to make them do better?
Definitely my leadership, my passion, and I'm going to do whatever it takes. So if I feel like I need to step up, I'll step up. But if I need to do the little things really matter on this game, and I'm a team player, so that comes first. So whatever to get that W, I'm all about that.
Well, the player, Mellow East, I have one last question for each of you. It's hard to play your best unless you're playing for something. Who are you playing for? What are you playing for? What do you want to accomplish?
I'm playing for a championship at the end of the season. You know, I'm playing to be the best and competing against the best.
Same question. What are you playing for, Mellow East?
I'm playing for the greatest city in the world. We're in Boston right now, so I just want everyone to know that I'm going to give it my all, and we're going to build a dynasty here. I'm telling all of you guys that right now. I'm really hyped up, but the things we're going to do is going to be great, and I plan on really doing some great things in the city as well, on and off the court, and I can't wait.
And I love it. We got the fire burning up here on the stage. Gentlemen, I'm going to give you the opportunity to shake hands because we are going to continue this competition. You can head back to your seats, and I'm going to hand it back to our wonderful commentators, Noah and Calvin. What do you think of our players here today?
Well, Rachel, it was definitely an impressive showing in the first game, and a shame that that one of the controllers lagged out in the beginning of that first game from Team Blue. Team Red jumped out to the big lead, and then it ballooned throughout the entire contest. But you know what? We saw some highlights, and we really they showed why they are some of the best in the entire world.
It's
at
like
NBA 2K.
A lot of what Melo was saying. It's all the little things in this game, the little humble things to make your teammates better. One of the things that was consistent in talking with the players is that they all said that, like, you know, I try to do what I can to not only be great myself, but to make my other fellow teammates better as well. And it really shows.
And you heard Melo talk about it. He's drafted right here with the Boston Celtics organization, and he vows to bring them a championship to start a dynasty. And you know what? He had some nice plays in there to kind of show why. He was selected in the 3rd round for the Celtics crossover gaming. You know what? It's a lot of excitement, no matter what. Either whatever happens in any of these exhibition games, the NBA 2K League Draft Clash presented by Alienware, whatever happens, it's still exciting. It's still new, and there's a lot to really look forward to when you're looking at all these guys up and down.
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of people just aren't even used to seeing this type of play from people around the country at this high of level. So it's just amazing for them to come together like this and just to show their skills and work with each other.
If you're someone at home watching this, an NBA 2K avid player, what are you thinking at home?
Hopefully they're thinking like, man, I can do that too. And actually, that's really true. A lot of the players that I've talked to have only been playing professionally for like the last 2 years, when they really made the jump from like, okay, this is just fun, a casual player, to, no, I really want to do this. And so then when some of them heard that the league was a real thing, it just increased that fire even more.
We saw Team Red come out with a huge victory in game 1 of 3. Again, these are just exhibition games, a little taste of what is to come from the NBA 2K League. Teams are randomized, so we're going to get all new lineups, Team Blue and Team Red. We saw one of the controllers lag out in the first game from Team Blue, and that really was what allowed Team Red to jump out to an early lead and extend that throughout the ball game. Just about ready to start game 2 of 3 between 10 of the best 2K players in the entire world. Glad to have you along watching from home or here at PAX East in Boston, Massachusetts. And it has been a very successful day here at PAX East. The traffic has been very impressive. Lots of gamers all over the place, Calvin. You've had to enjoy yourself here.
Oh, absolutely. Just from all of the different exhibitions to all of the different stands, it's been amazing.
All right, we're just about underway here in game 2 of 3, NBA 2K League Draft Clash, and here we go. Team Blue will take over off the tip that went out of bounds. And the player will inbound to Yeah, I Compete, if he so chooses. And looks like we're having a little bit of another technical problem with some of the controllers, so we'll come right back and we'll continue to talk about this fantastic league and the opportunity that these people have.
Absolutely.
You know, 6 different rounds. Many people drafted in this. It's a brand new league, yes, but the opportunities to come are plentiful. They're going to train. They're affiliated with an NBA team. We've already talked about the Jordan gear, in which they unboxed just a few days ago, in which you had a little bit yourself. It's a great opportunity, and it looks like they're taking full advantage of it.
I think that the big thing that they're doing that's helpful is they're taking it seriously. Even already, there's been different opportunities that have come to them. As far as like different sponsorships and stuff like that. So a lot of them, it's a new transition and it's something interesting and new, but they're like, okay, well, how can we really take advantage of this? Like, they really appreciate it. And I think all of the things that have been going on in the league have been just proving that. They actually had the real draft at Madison Square Garden.
And that was certainly impressive. Commissioner Adam Silver was in attendance, as the game is going to be restarted after a couple technical difficulties, sorting some things out. As you look, some of the team members have changed. Red versus Blue, it's been randomized for game 2 of 3. All 3 games will be randomized before the game starts. So we have all different matchups every time. Now, we talked about a couple times the 2 point guards today, both from Mount Vernon, New York. That's Yeah, I Compete and Drake Griffin, and both of them played pretty well in that first game.
Yeah,
I Compete is very good as a facilitator. and really impressive in the mid-range. Took a couple threes and actually made some long-range shots in that first game, but he's really known for his effective field goal percentage. He shoots 63% from the field, 24.2 points per game in the combine. And you know what? You can couple that with 13.7 assists.
Wow.
That would be blowing the league away right now. If those numbers continue, he's going to make his Jazz gaming team very proud that they selected him 3rd overall. But he could not lead his first team today to a victory in the first exhibition of the NBA 2K League Draft Clash from PAX Arena. And we are just sorting some things out here to get the second game set up. So we already heard from Mellow East. We already heard from Yeah, I Compete early on. Feast had a really impressive game going to the 76ers GC. 3rd round pick. Thinks that his IQ is what his strongest suit to the team is. Averaged 22.4 points per game, 15.5 rebounds, and 7 assists in 41 combine games. Pretty impressive stats, including 77% from the field. And you know what? He probably shot even better than that in that first game.
Oh, I think
it was pretty much automatic from the mid-range.
Just about.
I mean, anytime he got the ball in that area, you could put on 2 points to Team Red. We saw a big game from King Peroxide as well. 5th round pick to Bucks Gaming, really proving that maybe he's a sleeper in this draft. 22 points per game, 13 rebounds, and just under 6 assists for the center for Bucks Gaming. Shot 68% from the field in 54 combine games. He's a solid shooter and a shot blocker, and he has a great passing ability as evidenced by his 6 assists. You know what? He said he's a leader.
Yeah.
You get that sense by being around him?
Oh, absolutely. I think that just with everything, there's a time to prove it, and this is a perfect opportunity here. So in the first game that we just had, of course, even with the lag, a lot of players have something to prove at this point. So I'm really interested to see what happens in the second game.
Should be fun, as these teams have been randomized once again, and patiently wait to see when they will get started. As you see the Xbox controllers plugged into their monitors, brought to you by Alienware. Looking slick in their Jordan jumpsuits. What you can't see is the brand new sneakers they all got from Jumpman 23. You're watching the NBA 2K League Draft Clash presented by Alienware. 1 game in the books. Team Red dominated Team Blue. Partly in part because of a controller lag in the beginning of the game, as we are set to restart Game 2. Team Red and Team Blue underway from PAX East in Boston.
Get there! Right here!
As it looks like they're going to restart here at PAX East, and it's been a fun day overall. A lot going on around us, a lot of traffic around us, a lot of exhibits here at PAX East, and you know what? It's been a success.
Oh, it's been an amazing success. I've appreciated all of the people who took the time to dress up in their amazing costumes. They've brought a certain joy to my life.
You have a favorite one you've seen today?
I saw someone with extremely long, spiky hair, and I just knew that their friend had to have helped them with it, and so I appreciated the effort.
Yeah, I saw a Deadpool costume. I enjoyed that one today.
Awesome.
Yeah, you have to enjoy that. But enough about costumes. Let's get back to the game between Team Red and Team Blue. And once again, Team Red off to a quick start, 2-0 over Team Blue. Yeah, I Compete had a solid game in the first showcase today. Let's see if he can follow it up with a good performance here. Detoxies, and it's going to be a foul on the floor on the entry pass. So side out of bounds with 15 on the shot clock. Let's see what Team Blue can do. And here is Drake Griffin again. He's been active defensively all day and rises for the two-handed slam. What an individual effort from Drake Griffin. And Team Red is in business again. Here comes the point guard. Into the lane, little hesitation dribble, does it himself. Lays it in again. 6-0 Red over Blue. Drake Griffin has been a monster defensively, Pat Beverly-esque on the perimeter. And again, tips that pass. In the Battle of Mount Vernon, Drake Griffin has been dominating Yeah, I Compete so far today. Two of the more highly touted gamers in the world of NBA 2K, both first-round picks. Yeah, I Compete, who has the ball, was number 3 overall, and Drake Griffin just 7 spots back at 10, going to the Bucks. We got 2 players on the Bucks in the game today, Drake Griffin as well as King Peroxide, and both really showed their prowess in the first game. Milwaukee has to be excited about 2 of their picks from Wednesday's draft. Here's Detoxies. Yeah, I Compete on the inside, mid-range jumper, that's his forte, and that's why. Gets it to go and bring his team within 4.
I talked with I Compete about his first game with his friend. One thing he told me was that, well, I had to ask. I was like, okay, in your first game when you guys met each other, who won the first game? And he's like, okay, well, I did. But after that, it was going back and forth for a while.
Here's a 3 from Drake Griffin, and he drills it. It's been the Drake Griffin show early on for Team Red. 7 points and a 9-2 lead. Offensive rebound from Peroxide, inside for Detoxies. Nice ball movement. Yeah, I Compete cannot finish. And Red takes it the other way, up by 7. Here's Drake Griffin. Oh, pretty dribble move, inside floater. No good, but a foul. Drake Griffin has been unstoppable in this early going. First round pick, going to the Bucks. 60 games in the combine, averaged 25 points, nearly 13 assists, shooting 61% from the field and 54% from 3. We talked about it before. He plays 40 hours a week, treats this like a full-time job. Tiffy World. Went inside, but had it knocked away. I Feast to Nudini, back to I Feast, and Blue takes it back. Again, Team Red all over Team Blue in the early going, but Tiffy World trying to change that and does just that. A 3 on the board for Tiffy World.
Glad to see Blue coming back a little bit. I know the players were randomized again, but the scores are starting to look a little similar to the last game.
Let's see if Team Red can continue that momentum train. Hot shot on the inside. Spin move. Nice post move from Hot Shot, and he finishes. There's a reason his hometown team selected him in the first round, and that's why. He's got the dribble and the post moves. Yeah, I Compete. Chucks up a long one. Can't convert. How about another try? This time it's true. Yeah, I Compete with 5 of 8 points for Blue. Brings his team within 5. There's still that competitive spirit between these guys. You know, it might just be an exhibition. It might just be a showcase. Yeah. But you still want to go out and win.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, especially between those 2 players there. I mean, their competition has just made each other such a better player.
And Yeah, I Compete is trying to gain some steam back as Drake Griffin got off to the hot start. Yeah, I Compete now with a quick 8 points. Good boy, good boy. Can he add to that total here? Draws an assignment. Extra pass, Tiffy World wide open. No good. Mellow East has a lane to the bucket, decides not to use it. Extra feed for Hot Shot. Here's I Feast from the mid-range, and you know what? Same result. Yeah. It's not going to be changing anytime soon if he's open like that.
Nope.
Neither will Team Red's lead. 4-point game. Tiffy World forces his way inside. Forces the pass, taken away. Here's Drake Griffin, stopped by Yeah, I Compete. Great defense in the backcourt. Foul on the floor. Tiffy World called for the personal. So 1:21 to play in the first quarter. This one's been a little bit more of a contest early on.
Yeah, which is good to see. Nobody necessarily wants to see a blowout.
Here's I Feast. Extra pass, Mellow East, wide open. Corner 3 is no good. And here comes Team Blue. Yeah, I Compete. In the lane. Finds Peroxide, jumper no good. And a rebound for Mellow East. King Peroxide at the center position. Shot it at 68% at the combine, but really a lot of that damage was done inside. Can play either the 4 or the 5. Can Blue cut into the lead here? 10 seconds on the shot clock. Tiffy World left open for a second. Peroxide mid-range jumper, short again. Drake Griffin has been quiet the last few minutes after a hot start, but how about Mello East getting up?
Nice.
Looks like the Mello of old.
Oh, nice.
Denver Nuggets Mello getting upstairs.
Yeah. Something I really appreciated in talking to the players was that some of them actually play basketball, and they were able to take a lot of the skills that they actually have on the real court and adapt them for this game.
One of those players was Detoxies, who actually tore his ACL in high school and then directed his talents to NBA 2K, and it's paid off, Calvin.
Absolutely.
Feast with the offensive board. Mello East, time expires, puts up the shot and drains it with a second on the clock. That one looks like more of the modern day Mello.
Yeah.
And that's how the first quarter ends, a 7-point lead for Team Red. Very similar to that first game where Team Red got out to that offensive explosion early on. 20 points in the first quarter, on pace for 80 in the ball game. Ooh, what a move from Oh Yeah, I Compete. Skip past, Tiffy World finishes the job. Oh Yeah, I Compete. Put his counterpart on the floor. That was his Mount Vernon counterpart in Drake Griffin. That has to feel good. And then the assist. He had a lot of those in the combine. A big reason why he was selected so high. How about averaging 13.7 in the combine? But how about to be outdone by 17 rebounds a game by Hot Shot. Here's a leak out. Yeah, I Compete on the fast break. And finishes with one hand strong. A 2-point game just like that. Here's Drake Griffin. Nice move, evading the screen and the defender. Mello East open for three. No good. Peroxide tips the board to his teammate. And here comes Team Blue, down by just 2. Can tie or take the lead here? Detoxies outside. Here's a jumper for the lead, and he's got it.
Nice.
Team Blue fights all the way back, 8-0 run to take a 1-point lead. Griffin, hesitation inside. Feast, extra pass, hot shot finishes.
Red team is not taking that sitting down.
Comes right back with a nice two-handed slam on the inside. Peroxide answers. 4:20 to play in the second quarter of Game 2 of this NBA 2K League Draft Clash. Nudini, he's been quiet throughout the day. Inside for a hot shot, goaltending, count the basket. So both offenses have found their footing here in the second quarter and starting to put up points with ease. In that first quarter, Drake Griffin was really impressive defensively.
See if he keeps it up.
Here's Detoxies. Baseline jumper no good. Peroxide cleans it up. Another lead change back and forth between these two teams. Randomized yet again.
Yeah.
All 3 times have been randomized. Here's Drake Griffin. Swing past Mello East, forces the 3. No good. Tiffy World, but a foul called, and that was an illegal screen on the blue team, so we'll go the other way. Hot shot. Had a great game the first time around. Can't finish the bunny. And here comes Team Blue. Tiffy World on the inside.
Nice.
Elevates, finishes, plus the foul. Great offense in transition from Team Blue to take a 3-point lead. And Tiffy World can make it a 2-possession game, and he does. Tiffy World with the hoop and arm to extend Team Blue lead, their largest of the ball game. And here comes a steal from Yeah, I Compete. He's got an open path to the basket. Showtime.
Nice.
Yeah, I Compete finishes.
Nice.
And he's on fire. 30-24, just like that. Remember, at the end of the first quarter, it was 20-13 for Team Red. Big swing. Oh, what a rejection on the inside. Team Blue in transition, Tiffy World on the inside. Layup no good, and Detoxi's offensive board, they'll reset. Tiffy World wide open for three. In and out.
Oh.
Thought that one was down from Tiffy World, but he couldn't finish. Shoots it at 51% from three in the combine, and when that wide open, you think that's going down.
You do. You absolutely do.
Instead, Red with a chance at the free throw line. I feast. Nailed the first. You know, when you see an open three like that and you expect it to go down, that's like a Steph Curry open three that doesn't go in. That's what it felt like. That was shocking. Here comes Team Red, cutting into that lead just a little bit more. I feast. Down hard. Yeah, I compete. Has been quiet the last few possessions after really getting out to a hot start to the quarter. Gets it on the inside. Kick out.
I love the Team Blue has simply found their pace at this point. It's a real game now.
Extra pass, Nudini lays it in.
Timeout.
And a timeout from Team Blue. Want to talk it over after a little extended run, 5-0 from Team Red. And Calvin, what was the expectation from all of these guys, I guess, coming in? This is a new experience.
Oh, absolutely.
On the bus, what was kind of the expectation from them? Was it that unknown almost?
It was. They seem to all be really confident in the fact of like, you know, we're not exactly sure how this is going to go. We're all happy to be here, and let's see. Like, nobody was like panicking, luckily.
Here comes I Compete. Nice crossover in the lane. Went for the finish, but fouled from behind.
2 shots, gentlemen.
And he'll go for 2 shots at the line. You ever get up like that, Calvin?
Oh, yeah. All the time.
I imagine.
All the time. And through the net.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On an 8-foot rim? Or?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, it's a 4 foot, but, you know.
Little tykes.
Still counts.
5-point lead for Team Blue, approaching the end of the second quarter. It's been the point guard show early on here. Drake Griffin got the hot start in the first, and now I Compete came back in the second and really showed why he was the higher pick of the two. But here's Drake Griffin with a response off the front iron, no good. Feed all the way in front. Tiffy World with a little bit of cherry picking. Draws the foul, a chance for 2 at the line. It's one of the best plays in basketball, just kind of standing near the other basket and waiting for a pass.
There you go.
I mean, I don't know about you, but that's what I would do.
Oh, yeah.
7-point game, just like that. Team Blue extends its lead back. How will Team Red end this first half? After leading after 1 quarter by 7, they find themselves down 7. Offensive rebound by Hot Shot, fouled by Detoxes on the way back up. So it stops the clock at 49.4 seconds and 2 free throws pending for Hot Shot. The huge Miami Heat fan drained the first, drafted by Heat Check Gaming, 7th overall at the center position, can play both the 4 and the 5. And really showed out at the combine. 30 points, 17 rebounds in 17 games. Described himself as just dedicated to winning, and that's what you want to start your franchise with. Nudini cross-court pass. Drake Griffin on the inside now for a hot shot. Went for the jam, but knocked out of his hand. I Compete grabs the board. He's running the floor. Here comes I Compete all the way inside. Thought about a floater, and then threw it away. Shot clock turned off. Team Red can bring this within 2. After a dominating performance from Team Red in the first game, it looked like we were headed towards more of the same in the second, but instead Team Blue has come back and showed why they're here. Down to 5 seconds to play. Hot shot, free throw line jumper, no good. 3 seconds, now 2 seconds. Tiffy World inside, can't finish at the buzzer. Tough break for Team Blue as they had the opportunity to extend the lead to 7. Instead, it's 5 after 2 quarters of play. Foul called. It's going to be Nudini reaching in. So reset on the side. 16 seconds on the shot clock.
One of the great things for all of the players was that they got to actually talk to their parents and everyone who told them that they were playing the game too much. There's no future in that. You need to stop playing.
Your mom ever tell you that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. She was a big proponent against me playing games, but I wish these guys would have been around then. I would have been like, actually, no, there's a future in it. I'll be in Boston.
Yeah, making plenty of money doing it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
A nice starting 5-figure salary just to play NBA 2K. I mean, sounds like a good deal to me, not to mention some free gear from Jordan. Knocked out of bounds. Blue team keeps possession, up by just 6 now. Foul on the inside, reach in. So side out of bounds for Team Blue. Detoxies will trigger. Here's I compete. Step back jumper, baseline no good. Rebound peroxide, and finishes strong on the inside.
Nice.
And then all the way back on the other end, Feast with an answer. Neither team really able to get the upper hand in this second bout. It's game 2 of 3 today from PAX East. Kick out. Great ball movement. Inside, Peroxide calls a timeout. So Blue will trigger from the side. 6-point ball game. Much different than the first game we saw where Team Red absolutely dominated Team Blue. Teams have been completely changed, and it's been a completely different story as a result. Inside Peroxide as the shot clock was winding down, couldn't finish, and Nudini takes it the other way. Hot shot, pump fake. Left-handed finish is good. Just too big on the inside, hot shot.
Oh, yeah. Knows how to take advantage of it.
I think us vertically challenged know all too well, playing a little pickup basketball, just how difficult it is to go against one of those bigger defenders, and you get a mismatch like that, it's going to be a bucket every time.
Oh, yeah, just about every time.
Here's Team Red back on offense. Finish and the foul from Nudini brings you within 2, a chance to bring it within 1. Blue was the one who came out strong in the second quarter. It's now been Red in the third quarter, and you can see the concentration on the faces of the gamers.
Oh, yeah.
They're here to win. It might be an exhibition, but they are here to win every game they play.
Oh, yeah. Like I said earlier, this is a lot of their first game since they've actually got drafted.
Floater in the lane left short by I compete, but an offensive board, and Blue has a reset. 10 seconds now to shoot. Here's I compete. Inside for Peroxide, and taken away by Hot Shot. Hot Shot showing off the ball handling skills. He did average 5.7 assists in the combine, so he's a very capable passer. Here's Feast. Probing, no good. Offensive board, and goaltending from Peroxide put 2 more on the board from Hot Shot. So the Heat Check Gaming first round pick, scoring the last 4 points and putting his team back in front by 1 point. When it looked like Blue might be in the driver's seat, Red said, not today. We'll come back and take that lead. Peroxide out much further than he's used to. Inside for Detoxies. Had it knocked away, got it back and finished.
Nice.
Good individual effort from Detoxies.
Absolutely. Like you said, exhibition or not, these players are trying to win.
I mean, if I were them, I'd want to win as well. As Nudini was rejected on the inside. No magic from him right there. And then Hot Shot commits the personal foul. So Blue takes over with a 1-point lead. Approaching 2.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. I compete. Has really done well with his ball security ever since the first quarter. Drake Griffin has been silent since that first quarter explosion in which he scored 9 quick points, had countless steals, and since then he's been non-existent, a no-show.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I mean, hopefully there's not another lag issue. I doubt it, but either way, he has to step it up.
Feast, another jumper. He had plenty of those in the first game and gives his team a 1-point lead. I compete. Crossover in the lane. Extra feed knocked away, right back to him. Can't finish on the inside. Blue gets it back. Yeah, I compete. Misses again. Very unlike him.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, red takes over.
At this point, I'm expecting everything, yeah, I compete touches to go in.
He's certainly competing in this game better than in the first. His team a lot closer right now as red extends the lead to 3. They're one of their largest since the end of the first quarter where they led by 7 points. Remember, they scored 20 points in the first quarter, and there's that steal from Drake Griffin. It had been a while, but he gets one back and comes the other way. 20 points in the first quarter, has only scored 26 since then. Woo. Floater high off the glass, no good. And here comes Yeah, I Compete.
One of the things I've loved about learning the players over the last couple of days is just learning their own personalities and seeing how that translates to their own personal style of gameplay.
Yeah, I Compete open for 3. He's got it. Ties it up at 46 with 1 minute to play in the third quarter. Anytime it seems like one team might have a grasp, the other one just comes right back. And now this was more of what we expected to see. An evenly matched game between 10 of the best players in the entire world. Feed inside, I Feast. He's heating up. 35 seconds to play in the third quarter. 2-point lead for red. Blue can tie or take the lead based on shot selection. Yeah, I Compete. Inside Peroxide finishes with the right hand.
Nice.
Have to be happy with that one if you're Team Blue, tying it up at 48. But how about I Feast coming right back down the other end, evading the defense and slamming it home. Shot and game clock separated by just 2 seconds. It's a 2-point lead for Team Red. Ball knocked away, but Tiffy World regains possession. Shot clock under 10 seconds. Peroxide baseline jumper is good. That's what he was waiting for before. Left too short earlier in the game, and then knocks this one down, ties it at 50. All right, 2 seconds left in the third quarter. At the buzzer, no good, just short. And we go into the fourth quarter with a tie ball game.
Yeah, that's a real game on this one.
That's a frustrating end to the third quarter for Team Red with a chance to take the lead, but instead Team Blue comes out and jumps to a 52-50 lead to start the fourth quarter. Now keep in mind, Team Red, after 1 quarter of play, scored 20 points. Since then, in the following 2, scored just 30.
Ooh.
So the defense stepped up from Team Blue, allowing just 15 points average in each of those next 2 quarters, 5 less than in the first. Floater to take the lead, no good from Yeah, I Compete, and a foul called on the floor. So we go back the other way, Red with a 1-point lead early in the fourth quarter. I Feast, dangerous pass, finds hot shot. Here is I Feast on the inside, out of bounds, stays with Red with 10 seconds on the shot clock. One-point game in the second of 3 showcase battles at the NBA 2K League Draft Clash, presented by Alienware here at PAX Arena at PAX East in Boston, Massachusetts. Your first look at the brand new NBA 2K League. Draft was on Wednesday as the defensive 3 seconds gives Detoxes the technical free throw and he drains it. Ties it back up at 53 apiece. Draft was on Wednesday in New York City at Madison Square Garden. Commissioner Adam Silver was on hand for that one to watch the 6-round extravaganza. As Yeah, I Compete, a first-round pick, slithers his way in and lays it in. 2-point game. Mellow East has been somewhat quiet in this ball game. A foul called on Yeah, I Compete. Just his second personal. So a side out of bounds trigger for Team Red. Drake Griffin, long two, no good. Peroxide gets the board, and Blue is looking to run. Here's Yeah, I Compete.
Oh, here he comes.
And great transition defense from Drake Griffin to stop the break. Yeah, I Compete inside Peroxide. Blocked away. Hot Shot came inside and says, do not come in here. What a play. And then comes back down the other end and lays it in. Hot Shot doing it all. And Calvin, you ever have your shot blocked like that?
Oh, absolutely.
Pretty deflating, right?
Yeah, a little bit. It kind of kills your morale a little bit.
Here's Yeah, I Compete in Tiffy Worlds. Blue and red tied at 55 down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. It's been a back and forth battle at the NBA 2K League Draft Clash presented by Alienware. Here comes red with a chance to take the lead. Nudini. Can he cook up some magic from three? He does!
Wow.
Abracadabra, here's a three-point lead. Yeah, I Compete. Looking for the response. Tiffy Worlds gets his man up in the air, picked up his dribble. Peroxide, Detoxes, great ball movement. Tiffy World had it open for a second inside Peroxide, fouled and one.
Yeah.
Huge play on the other end from Team Blue, and Peroxide has a chance to tie the ball game.
Nice.
Here is King Peroxide. Nails the free throw, and we're knotted up at 58 apiece. Nudini just hit a three to extend a three-point lead. Blue got it back with an and one from Peroxide. I Feast, baseline jumper is smooth. That's been automatic all day for I Feast.
Yep.
And gets a two-point lead back for his team. I Feast, a third-round pick. And that's looking like a value pick right now with all those mid-range jumpers. Oh yeah, I Compete. Cannot hit. And here comes Drake Griffin, pulls up from three, and that's why. Drains it. He was pretty much perfect from three, about as good as you can get in the NBA 2K Combine.
Yep.
He hit pretty much everything he put up, 54% from three. Think about that, more than half of his three-point attempts went in.
Oh yeah.
Red gets a turnover and gets the ball back up by 5 points. Crucial defensive possession here from Team Blue, and a foul called. Hot Shot going to the line for two. Fifth team foul anyway, so Team Red in the bonus. And that is not a good sign for Team Blue. Now down by 5 points with just 2:15 to play, make it 6. Hot Shot perfect from the line. Didn't even hit rim. Here's Yeah, I Compete. And he says, yeah, I have the answer, and it's King Peroxide on the inside. Another and one. Peroxide with a chance for three. King Peroxide converts again. Brings his team within 4. All right, 2:08 to play, still plenty of time.
Plenty of time. 4 points.
A back and forth battle here, but Blue could really use a stop on this end. Here's Griffin. Drake Griffin forcing his way inside. Out of bounds, Team Blue takes over. Huge play from Team Blue. What can Yeah, I Compete cook up here? His team down by 4. He's been the leader, no doubt. Had an open three. Thought better of it. Tiffy World from downtown. He buries it. We have a 1-point game.
This can go either way.
Approaching a minute and a half to play in game 2 of 3. Team Red with a 1-point lead after absolutely dominating in the first contest with a win over Team Blue. Hot Shot couldn't handle the initial pass, regains control. Nudini takes time out, wants to take over and talk things over for Team Red. Didn't really look like they had any control on that offensive possession.
No.
Drake Griffin, great feed inside, and I Feast Feasts on the rim once again. But still a one-possession game for Team Blue. Yeah, I compete controls. Tiffy World. Pump fake, left alone. No good. Peroxide board. And a timeout called.
Yeah.
A bit of a surprise that Tiffy World missed that mid-range jumper that wide open. When you get players like this, of this level, you expect pretty much everything that's wide open like that to go in. Here's I compete. Great feed inside. Peroxide had it blocked away, but a foul. So Peroxide goes to the line where he's already hit the last two. Let's see if he can continue that streak. Drains another one. Makes it a 2-point game. 55.8 to play. 1-point game. Now, still plenty of time. No need to foul if you're Team Blue. Just need to stop. Nudini inside, hot shot finishes. Almost too easy for Team Red right there. Back to a 3-point game, a nice lead, 69-66 for Team Red over Team Blue. Inside, yeah, I compete, and one. The number 3 overall selection in Wednesday's draft with a big bucket down the stretch, and he can tie this game at 69 with a free throw here.
It is coming down to the wire for game 2.
He's got it, 35.9 seconds to play. We're all tied up at 69 points. Drake Griffin, stolen away by Yeah, I Compete. Here comes Blue on the break. Tiffy World inside, got it to go. Yeah, I Compete started the break, Tiffy World finished it, and Blue is in front by 2. Team Red needs to hurry. Try to get an opportunity here. Hot shot. Drake Griffin, 5 seconds to shoot. Hot shot back to Feast, mid-range jumper, no good. And Team Blue takes the second of 3 games from PAX Arena. A hard-fought battle nonetheless. Much different than the first game where Team Red dominated.
Absolutely.
But what'd you like out of Team Blue in that one?
Well, I mean, clearly the teams were randomized again, so it wasn't the same players, but I just loved how it was an actual fight to the finish, actually. That was amazing.
Back and forth the whole game. Team Red got off to a fast start. Drake Griffin got off to a fast start.
Oh, yeah.
But then his buddy from back home, Yeah, I Compete, came back and absolutely lit things up for Team Blue. What a fun game to watch, and for more on it, we'll go over to the stage. Rachel, what do you have for us?
Wow, guys, I had to check in with my 2 players here because I'm watching the match. Who won in the end is our blue team. You guys finally pulled out the victory. All we had to do was a little switcherooski, and now everything's even. So what was the biggest difference between match 1 and match 2, Deoxys?
Well, you know, for us, we had less lag outs, so, you know, we had to fight through it. We played a lot better defense than we did in the first game, and I feel like defense was the reason we won that game.
Defense, the best offense, I've heard some people say. Do you feel the same way?
Absolutely. It sucks he lagged out the first game, but the second game, it was a great back and forth between me and him. A lot of baiting, a lot of backdoor cuts, so it was a fun matchup.
Now Feast, as I understand it, you like to metagame the game. You put a lot of thought into this. And that thought plays out in the form of the strategies that your team chooses to use. What is your approach to the game when it comes to putting that much thought into it?
I try to be the best team player. Let my 1 and 5 run their offense to pick and roll, try to space. If I got to be aggressive, I'll be aggressive. But the whole game, try to let them do their own thing for sure. Just space it, you know?
And do you take a lot of notes before a game? Do you guys run a lot of scrims? Like, what is your practice strategy?
Shout out Showtime BD first off. A Game, Ohio, Drift, T2, my boys. But definitely try to talk before the game, during game, in-game strategies. Stay composed and execute the offense.
Excellent. Now, as I understand it, Detoxies, you actually won some money competing in NBA 2K before, so this is an experience that you're pretty used to. What helped you win then, and did you bring it with you this weekend?
Right, just, you know, patience and staying calm. You know, when you get on a stage like this, you kind of have nerves at the beginning. But for me, you know, I'm experienced, and, you know, it's something I've already experienced, so I'm good.
That experience is going to carry you forward because as the NBA 2K League takes off, there is $1 million on the line. So, gentlemen, you've had excellent play here today. I'm going to let you shake hands, and I'm going to send you back to your seats because we've got one more round of NBA 2K coming up, and I'm giving it back to our casters. Gentlemen, it's all yours.
Thank you so much, Rachel. Completely different games in Game 1 and Game 2. Game 1, it was a blowout by Team Red, a little bit of a lag from Team Blue. One of their controllers lagged out, which was a big part of that responsibility. But Game 2 came back in a 2-point victory from Team Blue over Team Red. That was a lot of fun to watch.
That was amazing. I love games like that. Thankfully we didn't have the lag issue on this one, but either way, both teams really came. You could tell, like, early on in the first quarter, both teams got their strides together, and then when that happened, it was like, okay, this is a real game.
Fun to watch, and it's just the start of something much bigger. This is the first glimpse you have at the NBA 2K League. It's the Draft Clash presented by Alienware. And you know what? It's 10 different guys who some knew each other, which was actually surprising, but most of them didn't really know each other and hadn't really played with each other a lot before this.
Not at all, no. Most of them met for the first time at the day of the draft. Sometimes they had heard of each other's players, or it was just famous stuff that they had heard online, but for the most part, the first time they met each other was at the draft, and the first time they've played since the draft was right here. So just seeing how they were able to, everybody come and be a cohesive unit on a team like that is very impressive.
It's the 4th NBA league to go along with, of course, the NBA, the WNBA, and the G League. You can now add the E League, the NBA 2K League, and so far, it's been exciting. I think that's really all you can ask for is excitement.
Oh, absolutely.
Between these games and these teams. And you know what? In a couple of weeks, we're going to see some even better play with the teams that were drafted, some teams that are represented today. We have Detoxys representing Raptors Uprising. Then, of course, we have Drake Griffin, who had a stellar second game representing Bucks Gaming. Hotshot, of course, his hometown Miami Heat. Mellow East with the Celtics crossover gaming. Nudini, 76ers GC. Yeah, I compete with the Jazz Gaming company. King Peroxide is with the Bucks, just alongside Drake Griffin. I Feast is also with the 76ers, as is Nudini, as I mentioned. The Playa with Pacers Gaming, and Tiffy World with Jazz Gaming alongside Yeah, I Compete. So those two kind of getting used to each other, as are some of the other teammates.
Oh, absolutely.
That's important, is kind of getting that chemistry, getting to know someone you're going to be playing with.
Getting the chemistry between, you know what that person is capable of, you know what you're capable of, and you know how to make each other better.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And it should be a fun third game, as the first two were split. And we are ready to start between Team Blue and Team Red. The teams were randomized yet again, and we are up and ready to go in Game 3 of 3 in the NBA 2K League Draft Clash presented by Alienware. Yeah, I Compete stays on Team Blue. Step back jumper, no good. And Team Red will take it the other way. Now remember, Team Red got out to a really hot start in the second game, and Team Blue ended up coming out on top despite being down 20-13 at the end of the first quarter. So a grinded out victory for Team Blue. Anything could happen on this stage. Tiffy World from Yeah, I Compete. Those twos are going to be teammates in just a few weeks, but Tiffy World can't finish. But Detoxys can on the inside. A vicious slam.
They spoke about it briefly on stage. Detoxys was won before. He missed out 1 year on a $50,000, came back the next year and won $250,000.
So all those parents out there that don't think their kids can make any real money playing video games, too bad.
Yeah, it's a real league.
4-2, Red out to a quick lead. Yeah, I Compete to the Playa. Again, these teams have been randomized all 3 games to play with different players. Speaking of, here is the Playa inside. Finds King Peroxide, who finds Detoxys on the inside, who lays it in again. Detoxys all 4 points for Blue to tie it up. Hotshot has it knocked away by Detoxys, who's doing it on both ends, and here's the Playa in transition. Goes up with it, left-handed, no good. And I Feast with the board. Here's Nudini. Back to I Feast. Drake Griffin will slow things down. Gets it into the lane. I Feast into Hotshot. Pump fake. No good.
Ooh.
Some sloppy offensive play, and evidence right there by that turnover in the backcourt. Peroxide is forced to foul to prevent the layup, but some sloppy offensive play early on, just 4-4. Over 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter.
What I'm excited for is the teams that have been drafted, seeing them practice together and seeing how well that they're able to perform when they come together in actual games. Because if you've seen by these 3 games right here, already this first quarter, they're very cohesive at the start.
And it's only gotten better as the game has progressed.
Yeah.
Here's the playa. King Peroxide and Tiffy World. 5 seconds on the shot clock for Team Blue.
Nice.
Detoxes. Shot clock winding down. The player's gonna have to force it up and doesn't get it up in time. That one does not count. Shot clock violation going the other way. Team Red takes over. Let's see if Team Red can take the lead here. Neither team has shot it well in the early going. Here's Nudini for 3, no good. And here comes Detoxes out of his element, bringing the ball up the floor. Peroxide, Tiffy World inside the arc is good. 6-4, Blue in front of Red. Hot shot on the inside. Missed the first one, but certainly didn't miss the next one. Detoxes on the inside. Kick out, yeah, I compete. Was open, didn't shoot it. Instead, it's inside to King Peroxide, who can't finish. Drake Griffin now. Pull up jumper from 3, no good. Here comes, yeah, I compete. Crossover. Gets it back, here's a 3 on the way. In and out. Stuck at 6 from Blue and Red. Mellow East. Pulled up for the jumper, then passed it out to Drake Griffin. Inside hot shot. The Miami native. Kick out. Griffin back to hot shot. Hot potato from Team Red with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Mellow East. Inside, reverse slam. Mellow East says, get out of my way.
That play was worth the wait.
8-6 Red in front, courtesy of Mellow East. Here's Tiffy World. The Red Sea parts. And whistle blows, defensive 3 seconds. The third one we've seen today. And yeah, I compete. Makes good of it. 8-7 now, 1 point game. The player to trigger from Tiffy World back to the player. Drives inside, extra feed and to nobody. Maybe he saw John Cena for a split second because he disappeared real quick.
Oh.
So here's Team Red on the offensive end. Nudini goes right up, can't finish. And Tiffy World with the board. Here's Yeah, I Compete. Had a great game in the second one, did pretty much everything he could to make sure his team won. A 71-69 final score, Team Blue over Team Red. In the first game, it was pretty much the opposite, a dominating performance from Team Red. But the teams get randomized between each game, and here, the third of the 3. Which team will take the cake, Team Red or Team Blue? Shot clock winding down for Team Blue. Pull-up jumper from Yeah, I Compete is true. Team Blue takes the lead, courtesy of Yeah, I Compete. Under 1 minute to play. This is a much lower scoring first quarter than the second game we saw, but Hot Shot's gonna do whatever he can to change that. Slam in the lane, wide open. 10-9 in favor of Red. Pull-up jumper, Yeah, I Compete is feeling it.
Nice.
Drains the triple. Didn't really shoot a ton of them in the combine, but he's been trigger happy in the 3 games today. Just an exhibition, the showcase between 10 of the best players in the entire world. Thank you for joining us on Twitch or around PAX East in Boston, Massachusetts. As shot clock and game clock separated by just 3 seconds. Now the shot clock is turned off as Nudini bursts to the rim, but stripped away by I Compete. A hustle play from the point guard to save a layup, but Red will keep possession, down by 2, 16 seconds on the clock.
Hey, come to me, come to me.
Mellow East, pull-back jumper, no good. And a foul, and a really bad foul from Hot Shot. Blue in the bonus, so 2 shots at the free throw line for Team Blue and Detoxies.
I got mine. Who got shooter?
Nails the first one, make it a 3-point game.
Grab it, baby.
No good on the second. And here comes Red with a chance to tie, heading into the second quarter. 4 seconds left, 3 seconds. Now 1, step back jumper, no good from Mellow East. And we stay at a 3-point game, 13-10 after 1 quarter of play.
Yeah, it seems like this is going to be similar to the last game. They've kind of got their stride early on.
Each team has found its footing, and each player has found its footing. So a foul called on the way up, 2 shots on the way. The first one is good for King Peroxide. 14-10, make it 15-10 as Peroxide drains a pair. Second quarter in game 3 of 3. Blue with a 5-point lead. Each team has split the first 2 games. Red winning the first, Blue the second. Here's Hot Shot, and he just dunks everything when he gets near the rim. I wish I could just do that easily. Just kind of go on my toes and slam it home.
You can, man. It's all enough. You can do it.
Shot on the way and good from Detoxies. 5-point game. Maybe I'll make a 2K avatar that can do the same thing.
Absolutely.
I'll have to get some pointers from Hot Shot after the game.
One thing to keep in mind, I've been telling everybody, like, you know, sometimes people look and say, like, well, they're in the league. I don't know if I can do this and everything. But a lot of the players have been playing professionally only for the last 2 years. Or in some even as of early as of last year.
Shot good, a 3. Brings Team Red back within 2. And that's a good point, because I'm sure a lot of people at home probably think these guys have probably been playing like this their whole lives. But it's really just dedicating yourself for an extended period of time to get to this level and really make a living out of it. These guys have made good money by playing NBA 2K and will continue to do so. Mellow East on the inside gets hacked. And can you really think of a better way to make a good living for yourself?
Absolutely not.
Get to wear sweatpants to work. Mellow East drains the first free throw. Chance to tie it up here. And he does. Bad pass from I Compete. Sails out of bounds. Was leading his man just a little too much, and Team Red takes over with a chance to take the lead. Here's Drake Griffin. Griffin to Mello, taken away. I Compete on the fast break, gets right past Griffin and then swatted away at the rim. And a foul called out of frustration on I Compete. He thought he had a lay-in, but instead it was just a race at the rim. Hot shot. Griffin. Mello. Spin in the lane. Oh, he pulled it back and then found the cutter and Hot Shot.
Nice.
A little razzle-dazzle from Team Red. I Compete. Deep 3. No good. Tipped and taken by I Feast and then thrown away immediately. I Feast has been quiet in this ball game after being pretty loud in the first 2. Hitting jumper after jumper. Again, a low-scoring contest this time around. After a 20-13 first quarter in the last ball game, this one is just 19-17, nearly midway through the second. I Compete looking to change that. Cannot do it. Here comes Drake Griffin out of Mount Vernon, New York, laying no good using the inside hand. But Red regains control and a fresh shot clock. Mellow East. His team down by 2. Fancy dribbles in the lane, spin, again finds Hot Shot, and he finishes the deal.
Hot Shot has been on fire this quarter.
It's easy to park yourself on the block and finish with 2 hands if you're gonna get passes like that from Mellow East, the 3rd round pick to where else but Celtics Gaming. So right here in Boston, he's making his hometown crowd proud. Nudini inside, threw it away. Looking to give it to the hot hand in Hot Shot, but instead Blue takes over and cools him down. So a 4-point game. Yeah, I compete. Brings it up the floor. We saw Yeah, I compete really show out in the second game of this 3-game series. Both on the offensive and defensive end, and he's played better from the perimeter, hitting a couple of threes throughout the day. First round pick, number 3 overall, 60 games in the combine, averaged 24 points and nearly 14 assists, shooting 63% from the field. 2.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Red on top of Blue by 4.
Here we go. Get it up. Let's go. Come on, back from out, man.
Nudini for 3. Had a glimpse of an opening, took it, and couldn't finish. Tiffy World. Thought he had a fast break, instead pulls it out for Yeah, I compete. Inside Peroxide, goaltending. Hit the backboard before Hot Shot got to it, so count the 2. But man, did those 2 get up.
Oh, yeah.
Floater in the lane, rolls around no good from Drake Griffin. Hot Shot, leans up the miss, no he can't. Instead it's Yeah, I compete down the other end. Here comes Yeah, I compete to Detoxes and taken away by Red. This has been a defensive battle to say the least. Neither team has really been able to establish momentum offensively. Nearly taken away by Blue. Instead, I Feast open for 3, no good. Great pass ahead. Tiffy World finishes with the left hand. He cherry-picked a tad in the first game, does it again in the second, and ties this game up by 21 apiece. Drake Griffin, free path to the basket. Shows him the easy pass and leads it in with the right hand. Approaching 1 minute to go in the first half. 2-point lead now erased. Make it a tie game, 23 all, courtesy of Yeah, I compete, who then comes in the backcourt and steals the inbounds pass. Standing out of bounds when he got the return feed, and we'll go back the other way. What a shovel pass inside, and Mellow East finds the bottom of the net. Yeah, I compete for 3. No good, rebound to the red team. Great pass ahead from Drake Griffin. And the finish. 4-point lead for Team Red as the first half winds down. Here from PAX Arena at PAX East in Boston, Massachusetts. It's the NBA 2K Draft Clash presented by Alienware. 5 seconds on the shot clock for Team Blue, doesn't matter. Nudini takes it away. Here comes Nudini. Slows it up. Shot clock turned off for Team Red. Mellow East just inside the arc, rattles it home. 10 seconds left for Team Blue, down by 6. Here's Yeah, I compete. Fancy dribble moves. Detoxes with 5 seconds, now 4. Detoxes with 2. He's gonna have to put it up. Quick shot from the player, no good.
Would have been a great way to end the quarter.
But instead, the first half ends with a very close contest for the second straight time. Red with a 6-point lead, 29-23 over Team Blue. Tiffy World got his defender up in the air, gets it inside to Detoxes, couldn't handle it, and Team Red will take the ball. After 1 half of play, it's a 6-point game. Let's see if either team can really pull away in this third quarter.
Yeah.
Last game out, 71-69 final score. Team Blue took the game over Team Red after Team Red absolutely demolished Team Blue in the first game. And just a reminder, as the first free throw is true, as is the second one. Just a reminder that all these players are wearing their uniforms courtesy of Jordan Jumpman 23. They got sneakers and jumpsuits the other day, and Calvin, you were there to watch them unbox it. What was the emotion like?
Absolutely. This emotion was incredible. First of all, none of the players knew that they were going to receive anything. I mean, for them, you have to understand, just the experience in itself was amazing. Like, they were just, you know, happy to be there. They can't believe this is happening, you know, getting paid to play NBA 2K. So when the actual shoes came out, they were like, oh, wow, we actually get to take part in this as well. And I thought somebody was going to cry. I really did. I almost did. Surprise.
Instead, it's a 10-point lead for Team Red. So if anyone's going to be crying, it's going to be Team Blue at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Not even a minute gone by in the third quarter. Quick 4-0 spurt from Team Red to start the second half. Tiffy World has it for Team Blue. Step back, inside Peroxide finishes off the glass.
Nice.
He's been a mainstay today. King Peroxide on the inside. 5th round pick for Bucks Gaming. 54 games played in the Combine. That was 13 rebounds per game, but that's not really what he was known for. It's his passing ability, averaged 6 assists per game. Here's Yeah, I Compete. Picked up his dribble. Now Detoxes has it on the baseline. Kick out. Yeah, I Compete. Extra feed. Tiffy World 3. Good. Tiffy World rings it from three-point land, 51% during the Combine. He's a sociable player. He has over 100,000 followers on Twitch. You've probably seen him if you're an avid Twitch follower, an avid 2K follower. Tiffy World has played well today. Back to a 10-point game. Yeah, I Compete just inside the arc, drains it. Back within single digits, but Team Red has certainly gained some momentum in this third quarter. I Feast can extend that lead, but does not do so. Here's Mellow East. Nudini fouled on the drive by Yeah, I Compete. Smart foul as it prevented a layup. Game 3 of 3 of the draft clash. The NBA 2K League, this is just your first glimpse, a little showcase of what's to come in the NBA 2K League. As a foul called, Drake Griffin committed the personal. But still plenty to be excited about. After this, all the players will go and compete for different teams that drafted them on Wednesday in New York City, Madison Square Garden. And I know that was a very special time for them to have their name called at the world's most famous arena.
Oh, yeah. Some of them had their families there. It was like an incredible celebration. Some people who had family away were watching online out of town. It was amazing.
No!
After this, they'll go train until the regular season is set to start. That's a few weeks away. For now, this is just to whet your appetite a little bit. Shot clock winding down, hot shot, no good. And a foul called. See the smiles on Team Red. Hoping to come out with a 2-1 overall series win. Keep in mind these teams didn't stay the same through the first 3 games. Feed inside, Detoxes. Misses the dunk, but goes to the free throw line. Randomized each time, each of the 3 games. The first one, Team Red won in a landslide. Second one was very close, but Team Blue comes out on top. Right now, Team Red with a 6-point lead as Detoxes misses the first free throw. Second one good, 5-point game. And the interesting thing about Detoxes is that he played basketball in high school, but he actually tore his ACL and then, as a result, directed his talents towards playing NBA 2K. Said it broke his heart and that the game kind of helped him heal, and it has been another way forward for him.
And that's amazing.
He's expected to perform above his combine scores in league play. Second round pick for the Raptors. Here's the play outside. Yeah, I Compete. When the dribble moves on his counterpart in Drake Griffin. who then fouls Yeah, I Compete on the perimeter. Inside Peroxide, what a feed, but knocked away. Here's Drake Griffin. Smart move to kick it out. Mellow East, rocking the long sleeve. No good. And back comes Blue with a playa. Great ball movement by Team Blue. Pull up in the lane. Yeah, I Compete. The rim says, no, you won't make it. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. 7-point lead for Team Red. And Drake Griffin just walked it right out of bounds. A little bit of a brain fart for Drake Griffin on the floor, but yeah, it happens to the best of us.
A little overexcited.
They've had a long travel to get here to Boston.
It's a third game.
Third game. Nerves. It all plays in.
Nerves.
Nudini goes to the line. And you want to talk about nerves. When you get that heartbeat bumping through the controller when you're at the free throw line.
Oh, yeah.
You can certainly feel that a little bit more on a huge stage like this, but Nudini just says abracadabra, I'll make 2.
There you go.
9-point game. Red already in the bonus with 1.5 minutes to play. Playa inside, he's been quiet, and that's why he gets it knocked away. Here comes Red. Nudini in transition. Drake Griffin. Cross-court feed Mellow East. Inside hot shot, and he'll slow it down. Using those post moves, thought about a fadeaway, thought better. Shot clock down to 5. Inside hot shot, and another reverse jam from hot shot. There's no stopping that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I Compete, throws it away. Here comes Drake Griffin with another steal. Pulls it back and pulls for 3. Off the mark. Tiffy World, Yeah, I Compete. Got his man up in the air, but then threw it away. Here's Drake Griffin, another chance at it. Thought better of himself. 35 seconds left, and what a jam inside from Hot Shot. Hot stuff from Hot Shot, and Red is, well, getting hot. 46-33 lead. Team Blue is starting to lose grip of this game. But a foul on the exterior. I Feast fouls and will send Tiffy World to the free throw line. First one good. Second one good as well. 0.6 separating shot and game clock, as this lead has just ballooned for Team Red. What will Team Blue do to try to get back into this ball game? Team Red can really hold for the final shot in this third quarter with an 11-point lead. Hot shot with no intention of moving it. Finally gets it inside Mellow East.
Yeah, I'm really curious as to what happened with Team Blue. They were going neck and neck for a moment. Now,
just kind of lost their footing a little bit.
Yeah, just about.
So an 11-point lead through 3 quarters after just a 6-point lead through 2. And Drake Griffin extends that. 13 points now, 48-35. Team Red can't be stopped. Peroxide nearly threw it away, but Blue retains possession. King Peroxide, 5th-round pick out of 2 Bucks Gaming, the center. He's a solid shooter, solid shot blocker out of New York. He's a playmaking power forward who can play center. He overcomes adversity both on the court and in his life. 11-point game as Team Red has a 48-37 lead over Team Blue. Here's Hot Shot in the perimeter. Inside, Mellow East lays it in. Approaching 5 minutes to play in this third contest of 3 showcases for you. We have it for you on Twitch and at PAX East here in Boston, Massachusetts. Team Red on top of Team Blue, 50-37. Just over 5 minutes to play in the final game. The player can cut into that and does. With the first free throw, second one on the way and good as well. So an 11-point game, still plenty of time for Team Blue to get back in this ball game.
Absolutely.
1 minute gone by in the fourth quarter. 15 on the shot clock. Hot shot, who's been virtually unstoppable on the inside today. Kick out Mellow East, forcing his way inside. Pump fake on the interior, no good. Hot shot, offensive board, blocked from behind, and here comes Team Blue.
They're making use of their time.
Tiffy World connects.
Nice.
Foot was on the line, so 2 points instead of 3, but still brings it within single digits, a 9-point game. Hot shot. Back to Drake Griffin. He's been impressive on both ends of the floor today, as has Hot shot, and he shows you why off the glass. 11-point ball game, approaching 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth quarter. Tiffy World forces the three, hit, connects. In your eye. Hand down, man down. Nudini had nothing else he could do about it. Hot shot inside, great feed from Drake Griffin, and Hot shot converts. Back to a 10-point game. Tiffy World has just hit 2 straight threes. Detoxys gets his man up in the air. Finger roll, no good. Here comes Drake Griffin. Team Red. Nice fancy dribble moves inside. Hot shot. Misses the lay-in, but the rebound and the foul. You can count it. And one.
He hustled for it, and it paid off.
Just wanted to pad the stats, honestly. Wanted to get another rebound to his total for the day.
Another one.
Don't act like you've never done that before.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah.
Oh, standard issue.
Of course.
Yeah.
See, I've always wondered, if you go off the backboard to yourself, say you throw it off and then you dunk, does that count as a rebound and an assist? And 2 points? It might as well should.
It should.
In the lane, the playa finishes plus the contact. So go to the line for one more. Still just an 11-point game here with 3:16 to play. Anything can happen in NBA 2K. You get on a spurt, you hit a couple threes, and just like that, you're back in the game. 10-point game, 57-47. Team Red ahead of Team Blue. Team Red took the first ball game. Team Blue came back and took a nail-biter in the second one, 71-69. But right now, Team Red looks poised and in the driver's seat as Drake Griffin lays it in to extend the lead to 12. Under 3 minutes to play. Team Blue really needs to get something going now if it wants a chance to win this ball game. The playa had an opening for 3, instead takes it into the lane, finishes plus the contact. The playa hoop and harm, and a chance for a 3-point play. The playa, a 6th-round pick to Pacers Gaming, converts the N1 back within single digits. He's a 6th-round pick despite averaging 27.8 points and 9.6 rebounds in the combine at the small forward position. Red comes back and with the answer, 61-50. But the player, going back to him, has the highest, one of the highest rebounding and block stats out of all the drafted small forwards. He averaged 1.2 blocks per game in the combine. Blue can't convert on the offensive end, and time is starting to dwindle down for a series lead. Alley-oop unsuccessful from Team Red, and here comes Team Blue. Detoxys has it. 2 minutes to play in the final game of the NBA 2K League Draft Clash presented by Alienware from PAX Arena at PAX East in Boston. Here's Mellow East inside, hot shot, and he's not going to miss many of those. Extends the lead to 13 points, under 2 minutes to play. Team Red all over Team Blue.
Oh, yeah.
Tiffy World, extra feed, no good from, yeah, I compete. Drake Griffin now on the other end. Here it comes in the lane, forcing the issue. Up top, what a slam by Hot Shot.
Yes.
He gets all the way up, winds it around, and slams it home. Very reminiscent of a couple alley-oops in the actual NBA.
Yeah.
One that comes to mind is Gerald Green for the New Jersey Nets years ago, where he caught it, spun it all the way around with the windmill, and then threw it down with authority. But man, Hot Shot has been impressive today. Jump ball called. A 15-point game. Red is poised to run away with it now. Here's Griffin. Lays it in.
Easy work.
Lead all the way up to 17 points. 67-50, and Team Red has really been right around that 70-point mark as Griffin takes it away again. Another steal to his total for the day.
Minute left on the clock.
Mellow East to Griffin. Draws the matchup he wants against his buddy from Mount Vernon. Yeah, I compete. 5 seconds on the shot clock. And Griffin just throws it away. Here comes the playa. In transition. Passes to Detoxes, outside Tiffy World. 3 is good.
Nice.
Tiffy World has showed the three-point prowess and then a little bit of a flop in the backcourt, because why not? These games don't count towards actual league play. Another one up top. Goaltending didn't matter, went in anyway. Hot Shot can't be denied towards the rim. And a really nice cushion now for Team Red. Up 69-53, 16-point lead. Tiffy World has hit a couple threes in this ball game, including the last offensive possession. Peroxide has been quiet. He'll take a 3 himself.
Oh.
Can't hit. No shot clock as the final 10 seconds of the NBA 2K League Draft Clash are upon us. 5 seconds left. Blue down by 16. Let's see what they can do to end the game. Tiffy World gets blocked, and that's how we will finish it.
There we go.
Another dominating effort from Team Red, and they take the best of 3 series, 2-1.
Yeah.
Team Red beating Team Blue by a very solid margin in this ball game. Calvin, it was a fun 3 games nonetheless, but
was amazing.
Team Red comes out on top, 2-1. And for more on that, we go to the stage with our host, Rachel. Take it away.
Thank you so much, guys. I am just wrangling our final players here. We got Hot Shot, and we've got King Peroxide. Now, you guys have been switching sides all day. I'm going to let you shake hands. I know you want to. Everyone's got great sportsmanship in the 2K League.
That's what he does.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about this guy.
That's what he does, you know. I mean, I'm not going to hate on it. That's what he does against everybody in Pro-Am. So he can name every setter that he went against and killed. So that's what he does.
Tell me a little bit about what you do.
Put the ball in the basket.
Put the ball in the basket. Well, that's a skill everybody's looking for in the NBA 2K League. How was it playing on stage, mixing it up with all these guys that you're going to have to go up and fight against soon enough when this league kicks off?
It was fun. It was different. First time I ever played with everybody in person, and a lot of laughs.
And we had you guys up here. You guys are playing on Alienware PCs, which I understand not a lot of you players have had a chance to do before. How was the gaming experience for you?
Oh, it was crazy. You know, it looked great. You know, I don't know. I'm out of words right now.
No, you seem like you're having a good time there. One last question for each of you. We had a lot of people watching online today. Our seats are filled all throughout the event. Anyone special that was watching that you want to give a shout out to?
My mom, my dad, my brother, all my teammates back home. Yeah. Thank you for watching.
Alrighty, and for you, sir?
My mom, my grandmother, and my teammates watching back home.
That's a beautiful roster both of you guys are playing for. I wish you both luck as well as your teams going forward into the NBA 2K League. That's going to kick off on May 1st. Watch it. The action is going to run all summer long. And for the rest of the show and the information, I'm going to give it back one last time to Noah and Calvin.
All right, thanks so much, Rachel. Well, it was interesting. It was different. It's new. And you know what? It went pretty well overall. Red wins 2 out of 3 games, and you know, it was just kind of getting the feel for this new NBA 2K League, and I think we kind of got the identity of it. It's going to be great, first of all, professionalism.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a lot of good sportsmanship between these guys, but at the end of the day, it's still competitive.
Oh, absolutely. One of the big things that I've noticed is that no matter how much it seems like a game, there absolutely is a skill level to it.
100%.
These people are not here by mistake. They're some of the top players in the entire world. So just seeing all the things that they do, it's really incredible to see how they've been able to come together as a team randomly and how they're going to be able to come together as a team during the season.
And I think that all of them are just trying to do what Hotshot said he does.
Yep.
Put the ball in the basket for their team.
Put the ball in the basket.
That just about does it for us here at PAX East. It was a fun day, and we hope you enjoyed it at home if you were here, no matter where you are. And we hope that you stay tuned for the NBA 2K League. We'll have all the coverage here on Twitch, and it should be a fun time, as you heard Rachel say. That one starts on May 1st, so you'll see plenty of more of action. Like today, it's going to be more than just exhibition games, more than just showcases. It should be a lot of fun, and you should definitely tune in. But that's all we have for you here at the PAX East in Boston. For Calvin Winbush, I'm No Eagle signing off, and we'll see you next time.
Have a great one.
Control